So I actually got a W off of Nike sneakers. Honestly, did not expect this one at all. This is the Fragment Air Jordan 3s, as you can see right here. And I wanted to do a review of the shoe, let you guys know my thoughts on the shoe, the pros and cons sort of things that I like and dislike. And let's go ahead and jump in. What is going on, guys? Hess here, collectivekicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals that I curate for you guys, check the link in the description. Although this last week was kind of crazy because we didn't just have sneakers, we had Xbox, we had PlayStations. It was crazy, man. Did you guys actually cop an Xbox or a PlayStation or both? Drop a comment in the comment section. And also what game you're looking forward to playing with either console, because I'm curious to see. I actually ended up getting both of them. I haven't gamed in forever, but actually, for those that didn't know, I actually have two other channels that are gaming channels before this one that I've stopped completely just because I don't have enough time for them. Someday, maybe we'll jump back on, or we'll let Heskicks Jr. take over one of the channels. Anyway, surprised to actually hit on sneakers and got a pair of these, and it was an interesting one because usually you have one chance to go through and select, and then you wait, and then it says sold out. That happened to me, and then I went back through and just selected one of the 3 different sizes that they had left, and then it said sold out. And then I looked and refreshed, and there was a couple more sizes that they had available. I selected size 10, hit checkout, and somehow, some way I actually got them. Like, it actually went through, and I got them after the 3rd attempt. So I guess don't give up. I mean, you just never know if it says sold out or not. I honestly was like, oh, there has to be a glitch. There's no way it's going to send, and then lo and behold, here we have it. So Fragment Air Jordan 3s, did not expect a W. But, you know, I never really had the Fragment 1s. And to be 100% honest, I wasn't really feeling the Fragment 1s. Just one of the colorways and the collaborations where I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but I didn't think it was like anything amazing. And I've held my ground on that opinion no matter how much the price of them go up. Like, it's not one that I would not buy if I had the opportunity to get, obviously, a retail or anything like that, but it's not one that I'd be paying like $4,000 for or anything crazy. I'm definitely one of the few that just think that those are a little bit overrated. And then you have these. This is like the follow-up, I guess, Jordan that they've had. Now, Fragment has had a lot of collaborations with Nike in the past. Some of them have been pretty successful, and then some of them have not. So when you have that little de-embossed Fragment logo on your shoe, that doesn't mean the shoe's going to sell really, really well. But when you pair it with an Air Jordan, especially one of the retro lines. Now, I'm not the only one that saw the first images of these and felt a little bit underwhelmed. It just is a pretty plain Jane looking shoe. Whites, blacks, and then a little bit of Fragment design to it. But then when you get them in hand, you can kind of actually appreciate that they are so simplistic, and especially with an Air Jordan 3. Air Jordan 3s have been pretty historically loud with that elephant print. So the fact that this doesn't have elephant print on an Air Jordan 3 definitely takes the most iconic part out of the shoe. And then you have just a simple black and white colorway. Before I get into some of the details, I wanted to look up sneakers and see what it says. Self-described cultural DJ Hiroshi Fujiwara, if that's how you pronounce his name, I apologize if it's not, has been credited with a lot, including the pivotal role he played in starting and defining streetwear fashion as it's known today. But he's still earning his props, and the latest collab represents a second chapter in his work with Jordan Brand after the highly coveted Air Jordan 1 collaboration in 2014. Along with 2 other footwear pieces in an apparel collection, the Air Jordan 3 rounds out the Fragment Jordan collaboration by applying Fujiwara's attention to detail to one of the most beloved Jordan silhouettes. The black and white orca color scheme plays on his earlier Nike work, while a fully spelled out skew on the midsole draws a connection between the art and the business of streetwear. A stamped Fragment logo appears above the midsole and again underneath the translucent Jordan logo on the heel to make a tasteful but subtle imprint. I wonder why they said 2 other Jordan pieces. I think there was only these and then 1 other pair. Unless I'm wrong, that's all I remember seeing. Anyway, they called it out pretty simple that this is like an orca theme, which is black and white, obviously. And it's a pretty simple design, and from a distance, you can definitely see the black line through the midsole of the shoe. But again, it looks kind of weird because we don't have that elephant print on the side of the shoe that we are all very, very familiar with. I do like that it comes in a special box, which is kind of a nice touch, in 2 tones of blue, and then you have the little Fragment logo with the lightning bolts on the side. And then when you open the box, you do have some paper inside of here that has the Fragment logo and the Jordan Jumpman. I'm surprised there's no Fragment Jordan hang tag on here. That would have been nice. Also, there's no extra laces. I would have liked to see some additional laces to this as well, especially for $200 price point. And to be 100% honest, the overall quality of the shoe, like, I thought, well, it's going to be expensive, but you're going to get them in hand, and the leather quality is going to be like amazing and super plush and all that. And I got to be honest, it's not. Like, it's not that good. Like, it's just basic, very, very basic Jordan leather on the side of the shoe where it's black. I would have expected that to be really, really nice quality. And just the pebbled or tumbled leather for the white parts of the shoe, and then the perforation sections, there's white leather there as well. Then white TPU for the laces and stuff. It's a white mesh liner even, it's not leather lined or anything. You do have the Fragment name on the top of the tongue. Even the Jumpman is in white stitching. So if you wanted something that was really simplistic, I think they definitely killed it if you like that. Anyway, the midsole is all white. There's no black painting on here as well. The bottom of the shoe kind of continues that orca theme, I guess. You can see there's some black sections as well as white. And then there's a couple defining parts that shows this is a Fragment shoe. Obviously, the back tab section shows that their Fragment logo is back here. And you also get it like a de-embossed version right here on the side. Or is it embossed or de-embossed? I can never remember which is which. I should probably know that. There is a different Jordan liner on the inside of the shoe. It's actually pretty soft. Different feeling than the other ones, and it comes out really, really easy. It doesn't look like it's glued in by any means. But it does have the Jumpman and the Fragment logo down the middle of the liner. And then on the side of the shoe, right above the air unit, you can see it does have the SKU on top of it, which is just basically some of the release information. It says fall 20 and then a bunch of numbers and stuff that I don't really understand. And then it says Fragment design. One thing about the heel tab that I thought was interesting, it's not just see-through. If you pull it down, you can actually see it has a white backing on it, which means that Fragment logo right here is actually glued to the back of the heel tab. It's not actually the part that goes on the back of the shoe. And part of the reason why is because behind this heel tab is the seam of the shoe. So it makes sense that they actually use that as a layer. It's kind of visually confusing because it looks like it's just part of the shoe that's like painted on, and it's not. So that's kind of an overview of the shoe. Some of the things I really like about the shoe, I do like the Fragment logo behind the Jumpman back here. We saw something very similar to that with the Nike Air branding behind the Jumpman as well on the denim pair of threes, which I really like, and I have a pair of those sitting in a box over here still. How can you not like that Fragment logo right here? It definitely solidifies that this is a Fragment collaboration. So similar to the Air Jordan 1s, they have that on the Air Jordan 3s, which that little stamp alone right there is going to hold the value on these shoes a little bit more than I think what people are expecting. And then from a distance, I think that they look pretty clean because it is all white and then black. Really, really simple, nothing to it, but done in a different way where you haven't seen too many Air Jordan 3s done in the color blocking like this. So all in all, I don't think it's a bad looking shoe. It's just not one that's like earth shattering, groundbreaking, amazing. But for those people that appreciate the simplicity of life and the simplicity of sneakers, maybe you guys are the ones that are going to think that the shoes are super ultimate fire. Because one thing I want to throw out there as a consideration is the fact that they did such a crazy simple take on a collaboration. Think about it, if you had your own collaboration with Jordan Brand, are you going to want something really, really simplistic, or are you going to go over the top crazy with a bunch of different things going on? Sometimes it can be good and bad. You can go overboard with a lot of different crazy stuff and different additions to the sneaker just to make it like your own and make it special or whatever. So I like the fact that they did go in a completely different direction and made it just simplistic and not go super crazy. And I did something very similar to that with both of these Nike IDs that I did, or the Nike Bayous, if that's what they're calling them now. But I did a really simplistic approach to the color blocking on the Air Max 90 to make it look like a panda. And then I followed that theme up with the Air Max 1 as well to complete like this panda themed pack, but it's all just white and black. So it's the same sort of thing as what these are doing, just in a different sort of way. Anyways, you guys leave a comment in the comment section. What do you guys think about the Fragment 3s? Is it a shoe you think is going to go up or down in value over the long haul? I think that ultimately it's going to go way up, but it might take a little bit of time. I think right now prices are dropping pretty drastically, but considering it's been 6 years since his last collaboration and that one's $4,000 now or something crazy, check back in 6 years and leave a comment on this video and let me know where these things land. I bet they'll be about $1,500. To be honest, who knows what's going to happen in 6 years, especially after this year. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of the day. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Notification bell to be notified of when my videos are posted. And we'll see you guys back hopefully again. Peace.